Are you serious? Are you serious? Now, this is, of course, Purim and a blood moon and a lunar eclipse, all happening tonight on March 23rd. Now, Purim, we know, is, of course, a tremendous time, a festive holiday, really. We know that when King Ahasuerus had already executed his wife Vashti and had chosen a new queen, a beautiful young Jewish girl by the name of Esther. He did not know she was Jewish, though, okay? But he chose her to be his queen. And as time went on, we know that her actual cousin, a lot of people think he was her uncle because he was older than her, but he wasn't. He was actually her first cousin. Mordecai used to sit at the gate outside the king's palace. And the king had a right-hand man, a man by the name of Haman. Haman was very evil. And Haman wanted everyone to bow before him wherever he went. But Mordecai, being a devout Jewish man, refused to bow to Haman because he only bows to the Lord. Because of that, Haman sought to have Mordecai hung on the gallows. And he also got the king to make a decree that on the 13th of Adar, all Jews could be killed, that the people of the kingdom could rise up and kill any Jew and all Jews that they wanted to kill. And the king made this decree without knowing that his queen was Jewish. We know that Queen Esther then rises up and sets up 2 banquets exposing wicked Haman, and he hangs from his own gallows. And the king makes another decree that on the same day, the 13th of Adar, that the Jews can defend themselves. And that's what they do. They actually mobilize, rise up, and destroy many of their enemies in the kingdom through the power of prayer and during this time of Purim. Now, the word Purim means lots or a lottery. And the reason that the day was selected, the 13th of Adar, is because actually they cast lots, or they did a lottery, Haman did, and the date fell on the 13th of Adar. You may want to find that fascinating. Well, guess what? This is the Purim, and tonight, as Purim begins, and tomorrow, of course, as well, the 2 days of Purim, tonight, the celebration over the fact of the great victory that Esther, through the power of fasting and prayer, 3 days of fasting and prayer, that the children of Israel were saved. Tonight is Purim. It's also a blood moon. And it's also a lunar eclipse. And it's also a coffee with Pastor Begley in Columbus, Ohio. And if you want to join me tonight for coffee, we call them coffees, and we gather ever so often in different places, and people come from around. We had a great coffee just last month in Orlando, Florida. We had a powerful one, a tremendous one, in San Diego, California, a couple years ago, and we've had a couple of them in Seattle, Washington. About 3 years ago, we had one. So tonight it's Columbus, Ohio. We're at the Pizza Kitchen, the California Pizza Kitchen in Columbus, Ohio. That's the California Pizza Kitchen in Columbus, Ohio. We're going to celebrate a little bit there, have a great time. Please just come join me if you're anywhere in Ohio or Indiana or Northern Kentucky or Pennsylvania, and you want to drive to Columbus, Ohio. You want to go to the California Pizza Kitchen located at the Easton Mall in Columbus, Ohio. Tonight, we'll be gathering there around 6 p.m., all right? And we had 31 people show up in Orlando. Don't know how many people want to show up tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope to get to meet you. It's going to be a lot of fun. I know Larry's coming from West Virginia, and Reverend T.D. Hale is coming from some portion of Ohio. And I don't know who else is coming. Well, there's other people confirmed as well. So please, just come. Just come, all right? But while we're there, we got to talk about the fact it is Purim, and we got to talk about the fact so a lot of people are calling this the 5th blood moon. The 5th, because it happens to be a blood moon on Purim. And boom, you had the 4 blood moon tetrad on high Jewish feast days, And now we have a fifth blood moon landing on Purim. These are all in consecutive order. Quite amazing if you think about it. So we'll see you guys tonight. That'll be powerful. But wow, are these apocalyptic signs? Are these biblical signs that God is setting up in these last days? I believe so. Have significant meaning. We'll continue to watch them. Give your life to Jesus Christ. Thank God for the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who delivered his people. And from that tribe of Judah came Yeshua, the Savior, Jesus Christ, the Redeemer of the world. God bless.